Every time I try to record, they drop the numbers. Numbers will be blasting. It's almost 6 o'clock in the morning. I can't sleep because every time I try to sleep, they start blasting me with it. I mean, it's pretty obvious they can see me. Second I'm closing my eyes for a few minutes, they're blasting me. The numbers are off the charts. I open my eyes, I go to record, and it shuts off immediately. I mean, the numbers start dropping. Look at that, 1%. 1%. When I stop recording, I start relaxing for a minute, numbers off the charts. I'm not sure how that would be possible unless they have cameras in here, which is, been pretty much proven about 100 times. Dan Bolchez, what a demonically possessed psychopath. And everyone working with him who's a part of this, doing the same stuff. Murder is what this is. It's attempted murder. It's murder by poison. This is just insane. So I have no choice but to make these videos and release it to the world. I have no choice. This guy can't control himself. He's demonically possessed. He has no control over himself. All of his actions just keep ramping up. See the numbers staying low? When I stop recording, they'll start spiking up again. He's an absolute demoniac. These numbers should not be bouncing around. When they're not effing around, it's just all zeros practically, or 0.1, 0.01, low numbers like this. I stop recording, I relax for a minute, numbers off the charts. And they do it in waves. So it'll go from like 60, 90, 100, 180, 200, and then it'll start falling down, especially if I go to try to record it. What kind of person has nothing better to do than to stalk his old neighbor? And he keeps ramping up. Like I said, this has only been going on for about 3 weeks. Before that, he was breaking in my house, breaking my stuff, stealing my stuff, damaging my property, doing all types of insane demoniac stuff. I had a beautiful yard. He started putting all these weeds in my yard. My yard is rifled with weeds all over the place. Put these thorn bushes right on either side of my hose. So every time I go to mess with my hose, I've got thorns there. I can't tell you how many times he's put snakes in my yard. Dead ones right at my garage door. So when I leave in the morning, before I had to quit my job the other day, because I can't get no sleep. Yeah, he put a snake curled up. So as soon as I opened that garage door, it looked like there was a snake there. It was dead, but that's not the point. Somebody put a dead snake curled up like it was about to strike right there at my door. So this is the kind of sick, demon-possessed person that I have to deal with. Because he works at Camp Perry, he's protected, feels he's above the law. The law doesn't apply to him. He can do whatever he wants and no one can stop him. So I have to do what I have to do because he obviously can't stop himself. He's lost all control over himself. This guy was my neighbor for 12 years. Brother this, brother that. We played pickleball, racquetball. Helped him build his deck, sit back, drink beers together. This was going back many years now. But, yeah. And then I caught him in my backyard, and his house was for sale the very next day. He was in camo gear. I didn't know it was him at the time, but he knew, or thought that I knew. He knew that he was spotted because he took off running through the woods. House went up for sale the next day, and from then on in, from that point on, breaking in my house when I'm not there, and it just, tailing me with his band of trainees. He's a trainer. Oh, look, see, getting a reaction out of him. Usually it happens quicker when I start talking about him. It probably took everything in him not to react immediately. Usually I start talking about him and boom, it starts spiking off the charts. But he knows he's on video, so that was a controlled attack there. I mean, nobody should have to live like that. No one should have to put up with this. No one should be able to get away with this kind of sick behavior. So I'm praying, and have been praying for 10 years now, that he gets brought to justice. That nobody would protect a nutcase like this guy. He's lost all control, keeps ramping up. There's no stopping him. He just keeps getting worse and worse. He's trying to kill me at this point. So this is my documentation of this.